as promised, we are going to talk about passports. We're going to talk about how important they are, what you need to do to get them, and ways to make it as easy as possible and as quick as possible. So passports, I've touched on it before, but it is so super important that you get your passport. Even if you just have an idea that maybe you might want to travel soon, get it, because sometimes these deals come up and you're like, oh, yeah, sign me up for that deal. It's in 2 weeks and it's like so cheap. It's such a good deal. I have to take advantage of it. Oh, wait, no, I don't have my passport. Or like, no, my passport expired, or whatever the case is. So it is so important that you get your passport. You need to make sure that if you're leaving the country that your passport doesn't expire within 6 months so that we can book that trip for you. Also, your passport is good for 10 years if you are an adult or over 15. But if you're under 15, your passport's only good for 5 years. So you have to make sure of when it was that you got that, if you have one for the children. There's a process, there's things that you need, and I'm going to go over that with you and see if I can find ways to make this as easy as possible for you. So step 1 is that you're going to need to fill out Form DS-11. So there's a couple different ways to go about this. So one of the easiest ones is to just pull up to post office, because every post office has these forms in there. All you have to do is just walk in and say, hey, I need a form for a passport. This would be for getting a passport for your first time, but they also have the forms for renewing a passport. So just for the purposes of this, we'll talk about just getting a passport for your first time. I can almost guarantee you there's going to be at least 2 to 3 parts to this, because there's a lot of information that I have to tell you. But so you can go into the post office and you can get it. You can also go online, which I'm about to show you, and you can either fill out the form online and then print it out, filled out, or you can print out the form and then fill it out by hand. Either way, once the whole form is filled out, it's going to need to be brought in person to a location where you can process this. And majority of the time, the best place is going to be a post office, as I mentioned. So let me just show you the website. So the website that you're going to go to